You're watching ABC7 News at 5:30.
Welcome back. Plans are in place to renourish one of the area's most popular beaches, which has experienced quite a bit of erosion. Lido Beach will be seeing a bit of a facelift before the end of the year. That's where we find Rick Adams live with more details. Rick?
Yeah, Jacqueline, the people are still here, and so is the erosion. It's something the city is looking to tackle. In the coming months, up to 200,000 cubic yards of sand from this area at New Pass will be making its way here to Lido Beach. The city of Sarasota plans to renourish the beach with this sand as the beach continues to battle erosion.
I'm glad the government, the community, the people that are in charge of something like that are really putting people's taxes to work to preserve everything and keep it nice.
The projected cost of this emergency renourishment will run $2 to $4 million, with a lot of that money most likely coming from federal funds. Tom Barwin, city manager for Sarasota, says the time is now to take care of these erosion issues at Lido Beach.
We're doing this largely to protect our infrastructure, because if the ocean breaches the beach, we will have, the Gulf of Mexico running into Ben Franklin Drive, and that is not a good scenario for anyone.
Erosion like this can be spotted in different parts of Lido Beach. City officials believe pulling sand from New Pass is a step in the right direction, at least temporarily. The plan is to have this renourishment last a few years while the city waits on a judge's ruling to dredge Big Pass to renourish the beach. That's something that has been met with quite a bit of opposition, especially from Siesta Key residents. In the meantime, visitors to the beach are all for doing whatever it takes to improve the beach.
It's nice. I mean, a lot of them are starting to get pretty small. A lot less beach to sit on.
And work should be getting underway by the fall, and it should be finished by the end of the year. Reporting live from Lido Beach this evening, I'm Rick Adams. Jacqueline, back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Rick. Well, elevated levels of red tide along the coast of southwest Florida are now being monitored. Mote Marine Lab says over the past week, K. brevis red tide algae was found in Manatee, Sarasota, and Charlotte counties. Red tide concentrations at levels low or above can cause respiratory irritation and may also kill fish. Now, when a person leaves an area with a red tide, symptoms typically go away. But for people with asthma, COPD, or other chronic respiratory conditions, they are cautioned to avoid areas with active red tides. And our very own Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan has been keeping us updated on those levels here on the Suncoast. Let's get a check on that in our first alert forecast, Bob.
Yeah, FWC just came out with the latest mapping graphic showing an increase in red tide, and it continues to spread northward now up into Sarasota County waters, not mentioned in Manatee County waters at this time, but really evident in Charlotte Harbor as well, all the way down into Lee County. This is really getting bigger. It's something to watch. As far as the numbers go, we continue to see those numbers rise, and it's in the medium category now, and what that means is you're going to get 100,000 greater than that to a million of these cells per liter, and that's enough to kill fish, and there have been fish kills now and fish kill reports in Sarasota. Now, the beaches I mentioned are Casperson, also Venice Beach, even up to Lido. There are some small fish kills going on there. It doesn't take much. It could even be a low concentration to do that, all the way down again into Charlotte Harbor. So again, Minnesota Beach, Casperson, Venice Beach, and even into Lido, the numbers are quite high, causing some fish kills there. And the samples taken now, they found 23 samples showing low to background concentrations, mainly those, but several now are in the medium concentrations as well. So for area beaches, we're going to have a little bit more detailed map showing where some of those samples were taken and where they're higher coming up at 6 o'clock. Right now it's 66 degrees. Dew point is at 40. That's low. It's a nice afternoon and evening. Looks to be on the cooler side. More in the weekend weather forecast coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Great, thanks, Bob. If you live in Palmetto, you've likely heard of or even remember Slick's Garage, a downtown auto service shop that was the backdrop for a national reality show and eventually shut down after numerous reports of fraud. That garage has sat empty for many years and leaves many wondering if this is a prime retail location and if it will ever rebound from its past. ABC7's Taylor Torregano has an update.
My first warning should have been getting involved with a place called Slick. Slick's garage, and Frank Barcelona says he's one of many who fell for the owner's alleged slick ways, losing a total of $14,000 after bringing his 1955 Packard to Slick's garage in 2012. He only got his car back with the help of Palmetto police over 3 years later and says Slick never did any of the work he promised. Now the building is vacant. The owner said to have up and moved to Miami for a fresh start amidst numerous complaints of fraud. Police Chief Scott Tyler says not much more could be done after his department forwarded 4 of those complaints to the state attorney's office, who decided even those were merely civil matters.
What we're doing as a municipality, we're looking forward.
The mayor of Palmetto says they too had to deal with Christian Slick Humphrey's non-compliance, but now that he's gone, she calls this lot a golden opportunity.
We've had a lot of interest in it. What we're hoping is that the prevailing party that winds up purchasing this has a really good plan in place, and they want to be part of the historical community.
Unveiling plans in 2021 for a whole new downtown, complete with new sidewalks, safety features, and lighting along 10th Avenue. It's the kind of potential John Wright says he's always seen, the potential that prompted him to buy several buildings on 10th, just steps from Slick's garage.
So we're just hopeful and anxious to see who comes along to buy the space because it's available, so that they can develop it to be used for what this area is capable of being rather than what it has been.
That was ABC7's Taylor Torregano reporting. Some good news for nursing homes and their residents across the state. Under a state budget deal finalized this week, nursing homes will get a $130 million bump in Medicaid payments, and residents will get a 25% increase in a monthly stipend that they can use for personal needs. This year's budget increases that amount from $105 to $130.
The average person in a nursing home is an 85-year-old elderly woman. And these folks, this is the money that they use to buy a present for their grandkids, to get a haircut.
House and Senate leaders published the proposed budget on Thursday afternoon, allowing a vote on the plan as early as Sunday following a 72-hour cooling-off period. The budget will then go to Governor Rick Scott, who has line-item veto power. Meanwhile, here on the Suncoast, the hard work and heavy lifting is done. Tidewell's latest hospice house is officially open today. They held the ribbon cutting earlier this morning for the brand new $5 million 12-bed, 22,000 square foot facility in Lakewood Ranch. It was built and designed with a home-like atmosphere in mind, and there are large family areas, a reflection room, and a centralized nurses station. That new facility is available to patients for both short-term or long-term care. A contest was held in Northport today to determine which municipality has the best drinking water. Judges were presented with 7 samples. They had to test the color, smell, and taste of the water. The event also showed just how much work goes into making sure we have safe water to drink.
It's one of those things that you don't kind of notice until you don't have it. And when it's turned off, it's when everyone kind of notices how much they do use water and how important it is to have clean water for drinking, brushing your teeth, taking a shower.
Everybody hear me okay back there?
That event helps to raise awareness of the need for clean drinking water. The Sarasota Balloon Festival is now underway at the premier sports campus in Lakewood Ranch. Along with the balloons, there are food trucks, carnival rides, and a kids zone. Tethered hot air balloon rides are $20 a person, while full flights are $250. The festival will go on rain or shine, but balloon activity is subject to the weather conditions. That festival will run until Sunday. Still to come on your Suncoast News, this weekend we will spring our clocks forward for daylight saving time. A look at the impact that time change has on our bodies.
It's California Closet's Lighting and Accessories Sales Event. Save up to $1,000 now through April 30th. Call 1-800-CAL-CLOSETS for your free design consultation or visit us online at californiaclosets.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing, but sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that. And with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Alex Karras Lincoln's 40th anniversary sale. Please join us in welcoming the two newest additions to the Lincoln lineup, our flagship luxury sedan, the 2018 Lincoln Continental, and the totally redesigned 2018 Lincoln Navigator, featuring 450 horsepower, 10-speed transmission, and many best-in-class features. Alex Karras Lincoln, where our mission statement is consistent commitment, every client, every time. Located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Mark Zupan, part of the U.S. Paralympic rugby team. In my game, movement is everything. I get frustrated when my move is blocked, especially when that guy has no right to be there, even just for a minute. I love a challenge, but I don't like to play this game every day.
A message from the United Spinal Association.
Selfless service is the guiding principle of every Army National Guard soldier. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. To be an Army National Guard soldier is to serve something greater than yourself. Learn more at nationalguard.com.
It's California Closet's Lighting and Accessories Sales Event. Save up to $1,000 now through April 30th. Call 1-800-CAL-CLOSETS for your free design consultation or visit us online at californiaclosets.com.
This weekend will mark the 100th anniversary of springing our clocks forward. But instead of celebrating, many of us will be adjusting our body clocks. For a look at the impact tinkering with time has on your body, here's Mary Maloney.
It's that time of year again, time to spring forward and change your clock. On Sunday at 2 a.m., the time will advance instantly, but it will take a lot longer for our body clocks to adjust. Losing 1 hour may not seem like much, but that small change can be a big deal for your health. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, many people aren't getting enough sleep to begin with. So the additional sleep shortage can lead to deadly consequences. The Monday after the time shift is linked to an increase in car crashes. That's according to a Stanford University study which looked at 2 decades worth of data. Also, adults who miss out on even 1 hour of sleep a day are more likely to report health problems like diabetes, depression, and heart disease. That's compared to those who get 7 or 8 hours of sleep. Experts suggest you use the time change to reset your sleep habits to make sure you get enough rest. For today's Health Minute, I'm Mary Maloney.
Now your ABC7 First Alert Weather Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, some changes in store. The beaches today, not too bad if you stayed away from that red tide, which is starting to grow here along the Suncoast. And the waves are not nearly as high as they have been, but that's going to change too as another front moves through late Sunday and into Monday. That's when the sea state will start to get back up there again. It looks like Casey Key webcam showing should be a beautiful sunset tonight for the area beaches. Things looking pretty good right now. Titan radar picture not depicting any rainfall around. We don't anticipate any rain tonight. Tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, a different story now. The European model starting to pick up on a little energy moving across the Gulf of Mexico. And if that plays out, we're going to see a pretty good chance at least of getting some showers throughout the afternoon, late in the afternoon on Saturday. And then again, another chance comes on Sunday. 66 degrees our current temp. It's on the cooler side, but still very pleasant out there. The dew point extremely low at 40 degrees. And when you see that, you can expect some cool temperatures for overnight lows. This morning's low was chilly, 46, 10 degrees below the average of 56. A little bit of a breeze made it feel much colder. It wasn't significant, again, as far as the wind chill goes, but still our high was only 71 degrees, 75 is our normal. Well, here's the future cast, one particular model showing, notice what happens. We have some big storms out here, and all of a sudden this kind of fills up. kind of unusual to see that. So this may be overdone somewhat. This is that European model suggesting some rain moving in by, say, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but I really haven't seen that happen where the big storms are hundreds of miles out, then all of a sudden the light rain develops. We'll see how it plays out. Now, marginal risk for severe weather, though. That does play out on Sunday, and it looks as though that could be very significant, mainly to the north. We're right on the southern edge of that. We also have a 5% chance for a few spin-ups, a large area under that 5% chance as these showers and storms develop on Sunday. Now, Sunday's the main threat, it looks like, for severe weather. A particular European model showing the rainfall mainly on Sunday, too, and into early Monday. And if you look at the scale here, we're talking most areas about a ½ inch. Now, this did not play out last time nearly as much as the models were suggesting, so we'll see how that goes. Less than a ½ inch in most of Manatee County anticipated. Well, tomorrow's forecast does call for a mixture of sun and clouds by the afternoon. Temperatures starting off in the low 50s, still below average, and then a few showers developing in the afternoon. Now, that rain chance is not all that high tomorrow. I kept it around 30%. For a few showers to pop in there. Temperatures to start the morning off will be chilly into the mid-50s for the most part. Then we'll warm up into the, it doesn't show they're depicted there, but we'll warm up into the mid-70s, so a little bit warmer tomorrow afternoon than it has been over the past couple of days. Future cast for the European model, again, showing that rainfall kind of developing and creeping up from the south, mainly to the south of us on Saturday afternoon, and then again increasing with the afternoon showers and storms on Sunday as it pushes on through the front. For boaters, a moderate chop out there in the waters. Winds will be out of the southeast, turning to the south at 15 knots. Seas, again, running 2 feet for the most part. Partly cloudy, warmer tonight, or tomorrow, I should say, and we will see a high of 74. The 7-day forecast shapes up like this. Temperatures cooling down to start Tuesday off. It will warm up on Sunday. Again, a 60% chance for showers and storms on that first alert day on Sunday afternoon. And then we have a chance for some morning showers even on Monday as the system still slow and working by, and then it starts to cool down. And it will be cool, significantly cooler next week again, Tuesday through Friday. I've checked the long-range forecast, though. After we get through next Friday, things start to warm back up into the upper 70s. So here's a look at some of the fish caught earlier this week, and they are big. This one from Captain Allen, he's on the left there. And that's his client on the right catching his snook. That's a big snook. And snook season goes until May 1st, so anywhere from 28 to 33 inches. You can't keep anything below that or above that. Jennifer Carlson also catching this huge, huge triple tail. They have been big this season. In fact, it's some of the biggest triple tail I've seen, and they're usually caught around those crab traps. And then Captain Brian Marcy, who sent in the shark video about a week and a half ago from Breakwater Charters, he got this big kingfish for his client. You see right there. So the kings are running, and that's always a good sign. And then get a look at Coach Steve Herrick. We know him. This is a monster snook, and this was caught on a large whiting, a bait, a fish there on the beach you can catch with these little sand flea crabs, if you will. This is from Beach Fishing Adventures. He said the bait was so big that he didn't think anything would bite it. And he spotted this one, and sure enough, it got his hook, and then, of course, he had to release it. It was over 33 inches. It was 36, I believe.
That one's a big
at that
fella
point.
there.
Yeah. Fun to catch fish. Usually just release them because you want to give all the anglers a chance to have a little fun there.
There you go. All right, thank you so much, Bob. Well, time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. Traffic is backed up in the northbound lanes of US 301 through downtown Bradenton as you're heading into Palmetto. So keep that in mind if you are heading north. In consumer news tonight, Toys R Us, which filed for bankruptcy last September, had planned to close about 20% of its U.S. locations, but now the company is reportedly preparing for a liquidation of its entire U.S. operation after failing to find a buyer or reach a debt restructuring deal with lenders. An announcement could come as soon as Monday when the parties are expected to appear at a bankruptcy hearing. Total credit card debt for U.S. consumers has exceeded $1 trillion for the first time, with the average U.S. household owing $8,600 on credit cards. That accumulation of debt reflects Americans' confidence in the economy. Charge-off rates, the percentage of unpaid balances that the credit card companies are unable to collect, are at historic lows, and that low charge-off rate is helping lenders continue to extend credit. Meanwhile, mortgage rates climbed to their highest average in more than 4 years, putting affordability pressures on buyers at the start of the traditional spring home buying season. Freddie Mac reports the average rate on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage climbed to 4.46% this week, up from 4.43% last week, marking the highest average since January of 2014. And there are currently more than 150,000 unfilled construction jobs, and 2 home improvement retailers are looking to help. Home Depot announced it is committing $50 million to skilled trades training. The trade skills are for jobs like plumbers, electricians, and carpenters. The Home Depot training program will be offered to veterans and underserved high school students nationwide. Lowe's is also offering its employees financial assistance to pursue certifications for trade skills. Well, stay with us. Entertainment news is coming up next.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
I heard about the Thole Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Thole Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Thole Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with a family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
All right, crew, let's get started. All right.
Don't ignore the law. You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 days before any digging project so you can avoid hitting our essential buried utilities. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View. It's season here on the Suncoast, and that means we are jam-packed with events, activities, food, and fun. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we'll take a look back at some of our February favorites and show you some special Suncoast things you won't want to miss. Get ready for a Segway tour, the work of a renowned artist coming to life in the garden, some unusual exercise, and Florida strawberries in the kitchen. Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
If you're looking for a rewarding job you'll love, good news. The perfect job is just a click away. Go to mysuncoast.com/job of the day. It's that easy. Stop searching and go to mysuncoast.com/job of the day to find the perfect job for you.
That you see Barack Obama could be on Netflix. The New York Times reporting the former president is in talks with the streaming service about a production partnership. Details have not yet been finalized, but the deal could see Obama serving as a moderator in a new series, or he could also stay off camera in a producer role. One idea would feature Michelle Obama discussing topics like nutrition. And Disney's Lucasfilm has chosen Jon Favreau to write the next round Star Wars stories. He'll also serve as executive producer. The live-action series is for Disney's new direct-to-consumer platform, which seeks to compete against streaming services like Netflix. No release date or series title has been released yet. Favreau helped launch the Marvel Cinematic Universe as director of the first 2 Iron Man movies and produced and directed Disney's live-action Jungle Book movie. He is not new to Star Wars either. He played roles in the Clone Wars animated series and also in the upcoming Han Solo movie. Well, the gold standard of all music competition series, American Idol, makes its highly anticipated return to TV this Sunday night right here on ABC. Danya Backus gives us a look inside at what we can expect.
Just staying up and waking up.
The blockbuster show that's produced more megastars than any other ever is back.
It's full of goodness. It's full of hope. It's full of dreams coming true. It's true Americana.
Superstar judges Luke Bryan, Katy Perry, Lionel Richie, and that iconic blue tour bus set on a journey across the nation.
This is fresh, and I think it is because we're not going to bring the other stuff. What we're bringing is the new package.
This has been my dream.
To discover a new crop of talent worthy of earning a golden ticket to Hollywood.
It's a gift. It's a blessing. It's like winning the freaking lottery, and we get to give them the ticket.
The judges say they know what they're looking for.
We're the artists, so we know what they're thinking.
Yeah,
we know what they're feeling. We're either going to do two things. We're either going to inspire you to go forward or tell you the truth and tell you there's no shot.
But Luke Bryan saying telling contestants no isn't always easy.
When somebody doesn't need to make it through, there's no way around. You got to say no. And that is so, I mean, I'm like, oh God, I got to tell them no, I got to tell them no.
And don't expect producers to stray away from the traditional Idol format. Returning host Ryan Seacrest says there's no need to change what has always worked.
We're not going to reinvent the wheel. The show is the show at its core. It works at its core.
Danya Backus, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Again, American Idol airs right here on ABC7 on Sunday night. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more news and weather after the break.